USA Global TV and Radio proudly presents the Royally Rich Lifestyle Show, starring Ian Pelham Turner and Helena CHARD. Brought to you in part by the British School of Excellence, Investors in People. This program is brought to you in part by the British School of Excellence and founder, Mr. Philip Sykes, building confidence, changing lives. Do you share our view that etiquette is a set of modern life skills that are essential for personal and professional success? Join us as an etiquette coach and change people's lives through the power of etiquette and manners.
The last few days have been really amazing. I had a trainer course from the British School of Etiquette.
And I must say it's been one of the best decisions I've ever made and one of the best investments I've made in my own training and development.
Now, words alone will not describe the transformation and the positive path that I have traveled with the British School of Etiquette.
I found I learned a lot from the lessons this time I came.
The last few days with the British School of Etiquette have been fantastic.
And what I've learned now is really beyond my expectations.
This is the most rewarding experience and the best investment I have made this year.
It was just great. I learned so much, and when I go back to Belgium I will incorporate a lot of it into my day-to-day life and business.
It's been absolutely wonderful for the whole week that we were here.
I feel transformed, and I feel like blowing a trumpet and tell people, come and do this school. This class is the best. This is the best school ever.
You should take it. It will change your life immediately.
I am now able to teach other people how to bring the best of them.
Thank you. Thank you, BSc.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you to our clients for their testimonials on the Train the Trainer program. Our exponential and global growth is so significant that we've evolved from the British School of Etiquette to the British School of Excellence, where we're investors in people. Let us invest in you and your career. Contact us to become an etiquette coach. Go to thebritishschoolofexcellence.com. Start your career and elevate your success today.
Top royals sidelined by surgery.
Harry inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Princess Anne, the chicest woman in the world.
Charles Dickens' house goes up for sale, 22 million. Welcome to the Royally Rich Lifestyle Show with me, Ian Pelham Turner.
And me, Helena CHARD.
On ALB UK TV. So let's roll the titles. Let's get on with the show. It's a good job I put batteries into my heart pacemaker if I had one. My goodness me, 2 royals go down in the space of a couple of hours yesterday. Helena, what do you think about Charles and Kate?
Oh, I just think it's one of those things, isn't it? You just don't expect it. And then it happened. I mean, obviously we had media contacting us. I was actually on a show at the time and it was like, wowzers. I mean, it was, I think 2 o'clock, we were notified about the Princess of Wales, and that's abdominal surgery. So we're all sort of thinking, oh my goodness. And obviously the time out, she's got to take out 10 to 14 days in hospital, bed rest. And then she's going to be, I think, on bed rest. Prince William taking time out of all of the things that are coming up as well. So it's obviously quite serious, and they're probably not going to, she's not going to be doing anything until after Easter. Yeah. And so great that he has decided to take time out as well, because that's just what they're all about. But feel sorry for the people that are excited for, the charitable events.
All the different things, and they've got such a packed schedule. And obviously with King Charles, I can understand that. he's 73 in April. And so prostate is something that we're always very, very keen to actually be very, very careful of. And I know that he's going in for an operation next week for an enlarged prostate, and he's also talking about men should check themselves as well. What do you think?
I think it's absolutely brilliant. I mean, you know, prostate cancer, and prostate conditions, there is a stigma attached to it. And men, for whatever reason, they don't like to talk about it or go to the doctors. But, you know, if the king can talk about it, and this is why it's so admirable and very different, it's a real modernisation to be talking about it, because now I think people will listen. He's going in for just something small. It's not cancerous, and he's, you know, he's actually quite fit. Although we do know that he likes his strong drinks, so he may have to stop having as much to drink. But I think I'm so pleased. And it worried me, because I thought with both of these top royals being out, I was thinking, goodness me, you know, what's going to happen? You know, and also what will people think? It's almost like, have they done a runner? But people are going to be taking over. Obviously, Anne's going to be doing more work, and Edward, I would think. And just really look forward to them being back on their feet. Also, just to say with prostate as well, it's something like 1 in 8 people that get prostate cancer, so it's pretty high. So
anyway, we've got ways of knowing about King Charles at the moment, obviously as well, because he's got his portrait now hanging in public buildings.
He has. Well, it's not quite hanging in public buildings, but the picture has been revealed, and it's a really lovely picture, I have to say, shot in Windsor Castle. So you've got the great backdrop. That's it, beautiful. It's a beautiful take. It's formal, but it's beautiful. I do love it, and he's wearing his ceremonial costumes, the Royal Marine costume, which looks fabulous, and it's obviously going to be hanging in all the buildings like schools, etc. But they have to ask for them, they have to put in for them. I know that there was a budget for this, which was about 8 million, and people have said, how can so much money be spent on it? But quite frankly, you know, I think in a way it stands for something, and I think it's a beautiful shot taken by the fabulous photographer Hugo Bernard, who took the coronation pictures and wedding pictures. And quite frankly, our government has spent so much money on nothing that why not? I think here, and I love the shot.
Absolutely. Princess Anne has become a fashion icon. Please tell.
No, I think this is the most amazing story.
I think it's a strange story.
So I think in a way, she has been voted by a certain person as the most chic, elegant woman in the world. And because of Princess Anne and her clothing and her look, a new fashion collection is out. It's Fendi. It is actually the male line that's taken, but it's everything about it's to do with Princess Anne and her ethos as well, that she's fairly frugal, which is a good thing.
Frugal?
She's quite frugal in the way, no, she doesn't like, she rotates her clothes, she's no fast fashion, she's had the same clothes and everything that she wears very elegantly and has done for years and years. Okay. And I just think it's fabulous. So it's the 2024 Italian. It's Silvia Venturini Fendi. She is 63, right. and she's hailing her an absolute inspiration. And do you know what it was? It was the coronation, her in her costume with the plume and everything. Excellent. And she said that was it. She actually fell in love with her. How about that?
Well, what can I say? What can I say? Princess Anne, a fashion icon.
She is. I think she's got great poise and a great gait.
Okay.
And she's been in Sri Lanka.
Not a problem. Okay. So moving on, because Charles Dickens' house is up for sale in Regent's Park in London for 22.5 million. So this is quite an amazing story in its own right as well.
It is. I mean, if you walk through and you see these huge, great big white buildings, and you sort of wonder, does anyone actually live in them? And they do. There's some great neighbours. I know Sacha Baron Cohen is, and it's absolutely beautiful, and it's the Grade 1 listed. It's very, very, very unusual. Even Battersea Power Station hasn't got that.
Do you know what? I had no idea that Charles Dickens lived in London in such opulence, because I remember where I come from, I was born and raised in Chatham and Gillingham in Kent. And in Chatham was where he wrote 2 of his novels, and he wrote them in a townhouse, but there was joined by other townhouses. And when Chatham Council at that time wanted to, they actually sold the whole block, including Charles Dickens' house, to the Japanese, who then reinvented it back in Japan again as a thing.
Gosh.
So I never knew he got this opulence.
Wow. And you know, John Nash designed it, and you know John Nash designed Buckingham Palace.
Yep.
So I think it's super. 5 floors, 7 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms. I mean, he didn't, you know, he had a gym and a sauna and everything, as you can imagine. But I just think I would love it because you've got the walk to the boating lake as well. It's just everything's there.
Absolutely.
And I have some wonderful exhibitions and
Absolutely.
things. But who would have thought this was in 1861? I think this was built.
Absolutely right. So my goodness me.
Most famous author in the world, and that's when he bought it.
Absolutely. And finally, we finish off with Prince Harry. So I think this is a good one because, you know, I look at Prince Harry, I look at what he did in Basra, in Afghanistan as well, how he was one of the people. He didn't rely upon his royal connections or anything at all. And he was in the firing line a lot of the time. So I think this aviation award that he's getting in the Aviation Hall of Fame, I think it's justified.
I don't at all. I think it's living legend is the operative words there of aviation, and I think great. I mean, Prince Harry's done really well. Obviously commendable what he did, fighting for country in the British Army, but to get that kind of, I think the problem is the name of the award. He fought in Afghanistan, great. Not to remember he was a gunner, so he was number 2 in the plane. So the actual pilot was the person driving it
as well.
I think it's great, but there's a little bit of one-upmanship and various things going on. But it's lovely to receive an award.
Absolutely.
Tim
right.
Peake. I vote for Tim Peake.
Okay.
Pilot as well as astronaut.
Well, as always, I let you have the final say on this. Now we have to move on, so we're just going to take a short break, and then we're going to bring Angie Beasley on, who is one of the most biggest people in beauty pageants, including Miss England. So now we have the wonderful Angie Beasley of Miss England fame. Angie, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Ian.
Hey, Angie, lovely to see you. So what's going on in the world of Miss England?
Well, we've got all sorts going on at the moment. Yesterday we got the news about the fact that the 71st Miss World is going to be held in Mumbai, India. And it's going to be at the Convention Centre the Geo Convention Centre in Mumbai. So what we're doing now is we're getting our current Miss England ready so that she can go and represent England at Miss World, and it's the 71st competition.
Wow.
So that's quite exciting because I'm sort of getting Jessica's. We've been preparing for quite a few months now because she's been Miss England since October 22. So Jessica Gagan is actually an aerospace engineer, and her Beauty with a Purpose project, because all the girls have to have a Beauty with a Purpose project, is promoting women in STEM. That's what she's been doing. She's been going around to schools and colleges and promoting STEM careers to women because it's very male dominated. So that is her project.
Excellent.
But we're also just planning the Miss England semi-final, which is in April in Blackpool. And I'm also planning the Miss England national final, which is going to be in May, the 16th and 17th of May. At the Grand Station, Wolverhampton. So yeah, we've got all sorts going on, got lots to do, and at the moment I'm dealing with about 70 contestants all over the country. Most of it is on Zoom, to be honest. We've gone very virtual. Miss England has an app now, which is free to download. So we're doing a lot of things virtually. Everything's changed since obviously the pandemic, the same as a lot of businesses have changed. So yeah, we've been very busy and continue to be over the next few months, to be honest.
Excellent. I know you work with Fab UK Media, your media partner as well, so you're always trying to promote the values of your contestants as well. What type of values do you seek in a girl that could ultimately become Miss England?
Well, we look for somebody that's quite passionate about what they do or want to promote, because we like the girls to use the Miss England title as a platform to promote good in this world, because let's face it, there's not much good news around at the moment. You know, we want the girls to be committed to what they're doing. I mean, despite what people think, beauty queens don't get paid a lot of money. Most of it's charity work. So, you know, they spend their time helping different charities. I mean, Miss England went to India this time last year. I went with her, and we visited lots of humanitarian projects all across the world, all across India. You know, so she doesn't get paid for things like that because it's a charity project. So, you know, they've got to be committed. So they've certainly got to be charitable. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme like some people think it is. So, you know, it's not just about looking good. I mean, the current winner is a model. She's with an agency in Manchester. Like I say, she's promoting women in STEM. But they've got to be somebody like a good role model to look up to. That's what we look, because I think there's a lot of people out there that want to see good role models, you know, that natural beauties. I mean, we've got a makeup free round in the competition. We've also got a sports round. We've got an ethical fashion round where the girls create an outfit from recycled materials.
Wow.
You know, there's lots. It's changed a lot over the years. It's not just about
Angie, can I just ask, how has it changed over the years? How's Miss England changed over the years from all those years ago?
To be honest, I was in it in the 80s, so I'm sort of talking firsthand because I was in Miss England and Miss UK, which was run by the Miss World competition. And when I used to enter the competitions, it was a case of just turning up with a swimsuit. And looking pretty on the catwalk, and I think really that's where it got a bad name, you know, because that's all people saw the girls doing, you know, a lot of the time. But now it's not a bathing beauty contest. There's all these different rounds in the competition. We're promoting natural beauty on social media. We're promoting beauty with a purpose, which is the Miss World ethos, and you know, it's actually a charity which helps different causes. I mean, since I've been running Miss England, since 2002, we've helped different projects all across England. You know, we've paid for schools, minibuses for disadvantaged and disabled children. We've paid for a holiday home in Torquay. We've done loads of different things all over the country with funds raised by Miss England contestants. So it's, you know, it's good to be part of an organisation like this, because I'm saying it's an organisation, it's just me. I've got a couple of little helpers that help me with the admin side, but we meet some amazing women, you know, that have got good value.
Just very briefly, because we're short of time today, Angie, how can people get in contact with you?
Well, if you just Google Miss England, we should come up, but it's the Miss England website if anybody's interested out there in entering. It's missengland.info. We've also got an app. The Miss England app is free to download, and people can communicate with us through that. So, you know, there's lots of ways, you know, that people can get involved and maybe help the girls with their charitable projects, because there's some good ones out there.
Angie, thank you so much for your time. I know we're going to be working a lot more with you, and we wish you the best of luck this year. And we look forward to actually having some of the contestants on the shows as well, and really give you the value that I think you deserve with this competition. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you, Angie.
Thank you for inviting me.
So now we're moving on from that wonderful Angie Beasley to Philip Sykes, our great friend as well, from the British School of Excellence. Philip, good afternoon.
A very good afternoon to both of you. How are you both?
Very well. Good to see you always.
As you can imagine, Helen and I, it's been a pretty busy 48 hours with the Royals at the moment. So we're hanging in there. We're hanging in there.
All the better to see you always.
We're hanging in there.
They're hanging in there. They're keeping us on our toes. Yeah.
Philip, thinking about, you're always so busy and you give so much value, which we love. What are you doing? What have you got coming up this year? What are you planning course-wise?
I'm glad you asked that question, Helena. We are hugely excited in general to be launching quite a variety of courses and experiences. One of the things we've been focusing on heavily since the end of last year and beginning of this year is relaunching the Polished Professional, which will be 8 2-hour sessions. People will be able to hop on, hop off. They can pay for all 8. They can choose just to do 1 2-hour module. That is hugely exciting. That will be launched in April. Starting the beginning of February, we are starting our first Train the Trainer program, which is a 5-day intense accredited program for anyone anywhere in the world who either want to improve themselves or want to do the training to become a coach and a trainer in the sector and industry that we are so well renowned for. And the other area that is on development and is a big growth area for us is our country partnerships. Currently, we have the British School of Excellence in Brazil, Bermuda, the Bahamas, Poland, Benelux, and where else? 2 operations in Pakistan, 1 in Lahore, 1 in Karachi, and we have just launched in Lebanon and Qatar. And the idea is to continue growing these partnerships on a global basis. And that's just scratching the surface. And then in July, or late June, early July, we're running our first Train the Trainer in person. And we've had already about 10, 15 people inquiring about that. And we haven't even launched the marketing for that. And as we did last year, we had the London experience, which is really immersing yourself into things that we do so brilliantly here in the United Kingdom, along with Royal Ascot, going on the Thames on an evening cruise, dinner, dance, right down to doing some coaching and training, afternoon tea at the Ritz, and going on the British Pullman Belmont train down into the Kent countryside.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Absolutely.
Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, isn't that great?
So can we ask, I mean, you've worked with the royal family yourself. What do you think at the moment, do you think that the royal family, obviously they bring values and you know the values, but how do you see the royal family values across the world, especially with etiquette and excellence that you teach at the same time?
Yeah, that's an amazing question, All your questions are always very good, both of you. For me, the monarchy, the royals, yes, like everyone, they're in the press, like a lot of famous people, and they may be more so in the press than maybe other famous people. For me, whether you're a royalist or not, is neither here nor there. It's what they stand for, it's what they've done for this country, it's what they've done for many other countries. And we're not going back in the past where England decided to sort of try and rule half the world or most of the world. We're not talking about that, we're talking about looking forward. And the way things are done, and if you look at pomp and ceremony, as many people say, no one does it like the Brits. And I tell you, whenever you do see the changing of the guards, you can go and watch it 3 or 4 times and still be amazed and mesmerized. You can go into Buckingham Palace once a year. They open the doors to the public. And obviously you're not going to go into every room of Buckingham Palace, but just in that in itself is fascinating, the history, the grandeur, the way things are done. And I could go on and on. I just truly believe that what the Queen, how she represented this country, how she served this country, as well as other countries, it stands for a huge amount. And again, like every country, you need to find ways to generate revenue for your country, and it draws millions and millions of people here every year. And long may this last.
Excellent. Finally, Philip, as usual, time is catching against us today again. How can people get in contact with you?
Reach out to us on our website, thebritishschoolofexcellence.com, and there's a wonderful, straightforward email address, hello@thebritishschoolofexcellence.com. We do have a WhatsApp number, which is on our website. Please do make contact, and we really do love engaging in conversation.
Philip, so much to talk about, and thank you so much again for your expertise and your inspirational talk again this afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
And wasn't that great with Philip? Yet again, such a gentleman, such an opportunity to talk to someone like that, and he always gives such great advice as well. And now we have the wonderful award-winning makeup artist, Jacalyn Fados. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Ian, and thank you,
So good to
Helena.
see you.
Yeah, good afternoon.
May I say you look stunning in that lovely mermaid sparkling dress.
Much. Thank you.
So, Jacalyn, I know you're an award-winning makeup artist. Just tell us, why did you get into makeup in the first place?
Actually, from my childhood, I'm quite interested to being a makeup artist. And the quite interesting thing is, my cousins are wedding, a few of my cousins, they are already grandmother at the moment. So I done their wedding makeup. So from my childhood, makeup, it's my passion. But I done my MBA, Business Administration and Human Resource Management. But to be honest, makeup is my passion. I like it. Like, it's in my blood, to be honest. I just love makeup.
So lovely.
Yeah.
So Princess of Wales always looks really natural and, you know, her makeup, when I don't study it that often, but when I look to see, you know, how she does it, I do my own makeup too.
You look great.
How do you, oh, thank you. How does she do it? Or what do you think, what are her top tips? Or your top tips?
Okay, actually she's a very quite natural makeup she uses. And her skin is quite, skin prep is quite good, I believe. She uses a very good skincare products like proper toning, moisturizing serum. And definitely she uses a dewy look, very natural foundation. It's light coverage, not too much heavy coverage. And she doesn't use, I think, that much contouring, a little bit bronze and a little bit of mascara. And she used very nice brownish brown kohl kajal, and I seen she smudged this kajal most of the time, and a quite natural lipstick, some nude, mauvey nude, this sort of color she used. Thank you.
Do you find that she changes her makeup, you know, compared to with what she's wearing? Does that influence her at times, do you think?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Of course, I do believe. Actually, the evening look I have seen, she done a bit a black kajal, a little bit of glam look. I have seen few pictures, but most of the time I seen she is a bit quite natural makeup person.
I wonder how long it takes her to do. What would you say?
Of course, it takes so long because skin preparation is very good. When you do a very good skin preparation, you use a very good primer, moisturizer primer, then definitely we have to use a setting spray. So yeah, it will stay whole day, 12 to 18 hours. It can stay, yeah.
Gosh.
So that's why skin preparation is very important before makeup.
Yeah. And finally, Jasmine, how can people get in contact with you? Because I know you're much in demand at the moment.
Thank you. Yeah, actually my page, Jasmine Firdaus Artistry. I'm in Facebook, my Insta, Jasmine Firdaus Artistry. And recently I started doing another organization. I'm a creative director of Glam Cosmo. So I'm working with them. So we are doing beauty pageant ceremony, award ceremony. So you will do so many things in future. So yeah.
Oh, that's
thank
amazing.
you.
Excellent. Jasmine, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. It's been wonderful having you. We'll have you back
so
on
much.
again.
Thank you
I'm
again.
looking forward to
thank
giving
you,
me
Helena.
some top tips in a minute after the show. That would be good.
Thank you so much. Yes,
Absolutely.
sure.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Well, another great show, Helena.
I
think
wasn't it good?
an incredible time. So we got Miss England, we got an award-winning makeup artist.
Cheekiest woman in the world. I know that you were shocked.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, with all these stories going on, the royal family, what on earth is happening?
The thing is, I know that you were sad that you wanted to be the living legend. I know, but we'll make you an award.
Well,
okay.
I think with Harry, I think he deserves it in some ways as well. So, you know, it'll be an interesting time. But anyway, can I first of all thank ALB UK TV, Helena Castrati and Lissy for their support on the channel, and also USA Global TV and Jacalyn Kerbeck at the same time for the American end of what we're doing these days as well. And do you have a final thought?
We were just about to say goodbye and it was all finishing off. As I said, I will bring your award in next week.
You'll bring my award in next week. You see how she looks after me. How she looks after me. Yes, we should both say we both got an award at the weekend, so we are highly delighted as well.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? In fact, we've got such a good team around us. I think that's the one thing that's to highlight is we're blessed.
Okay, so from me, Ian Pelham Turner.
And from me, Helena Shard.
Have a great week and watch another show next week. Take care. Goodbye for now.
Take care.
Welcome to USA Global TV and Radio, where our mission is to provide education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration. USA Global TV and Radio connects you with experts and audiences all around the world every single day to help you succeed in business and to live a richer life. Visit us at usaglobaltv.com to learn about career and life-changing training and mentoring programs like the Listening Mentor. Subscribe to our newsletter to stay informed about our special programs and offers. Discover how you can become a guest on one of our shows or a host or producer of a USA Global TV and Radio show of your very own. That's USA Global TV and Radio, where the doctor is always in.